It was the story of Bill Belichick. Again, we're on vacation. I'm seeing this dude lifting his 24-year-old hottie girlfriend. First, the story was she CC'd on all his emails, all his coaching emails. He requested that she be CC'd on them. But then I see him doing like Pilates tricks, yoga tricks, circus acts. I don't know what he's doing with her on the beach, but I don't know if I'm creeped out by him or if I applaud him. And as Mike, who runs this place, said, why not both? Why not both? It's a little of both.
Are we going to try to process this together?
I think we need to figure out how we feel
Can
about
we
this.
everyone collectively in the room, can we sit down, pretend we're not on the radio for a second, and process how do we feel about Bill Belichick?
Well, before you make your decision,
and his girlfriend,
can I read to you what Stephen A. Smith, the other Stephen A., said?
Yeah.
Not me, Stephen A. Covino, Stephen A. Smith.
You mean the guy that makes $20 million a year?
Yeah, the guy that makes a lot more than I do.
Okay, yeah.
Stephen A. Smith on Bill Belichick and Jordan Hudson's beach photo shoot that went viral. Whatever he's on, keep taking it. He's on something. I'm not mad at him at all. I want to know what it is. And then Shannon Sharp said, at 73, if you see me with my legs up like that, call the paramedics. Now, if you haven't seen the photo, it's what you do with like your little niece when she's around, or your daughter if you're a dad.
They want to
fly.
They want to play airplane.
Airplane, there you go.
Okay, but does it also remind you of this?
Not at all. Kind of.
A little bit Dirty Dancing?
With his feet,
Job
yes.
of my
With his feet.
life.
Well, but it's still doing the thing.
With his feet.
Lifting, yeah. Come on, and it's his girlfriend, so.
But hold on, like we have to be real about it.
Yeah, if Patrick Swayze didn't have arms, maybe he would have done that.
He's 73.
Same thing. Same thing.
He's 73. She's 24 years old, okay? That's a major difference, clearly.
Give me the ages again.
73.
That's my dad's age, by the way. For the rest.
No, he's
20
74.
Well, Shannon Sharp said 73.
I'm sorry. No, he's 72. Okay. He's going to be 73 next month.
My dad is
She's
also
20.
73.
She's 24. There's a 48.
But she's a good-looking
year difference.
24-year-old woman, right?
So wait, now we're all roughly 40-ish. Imagine our dads, if your dad's still with us. If your dad's in his 70s, imagine your dad wasn't with your mom wasn't with us anymore. Imagine your dad's on the beach. Can you picture your dad on the beach, Big Steve Covino? Hey, what's going on? Imagine him doing gymnastics on the beach with some 24-year-old hottie.
That would mess with my head.
With his
for weeks.
Rockports? With his Rockports on?
Danny G, imagine your pops on the beach doing
And
gymnastics.
my dad's 74.
Yeah, imagine your dad on the beach doing gymnastics with a 24-year-old.
Stephen A. Smith does make a point. Like, that's kind of wild behavior. Should we look at this and be like, what is he taking? I want some of this.
You know why? Because we're all sort of like heading in that direction. So we're all going to support it.
This is crazy.
We're all getting older.
Yeah, but
we're not looking back. We're all looking ahead.
Yeah, but we're not so close to 70. I
No. But we all hope that when we are
closer,
70.
Are we closer to his age than
Yes.
her age? I don't know. I can't do the math. Do the math for me.
Well, actually, you're smack dab in between.
No,
right there.
it's like
Right?
I'm closer to her age.
If you're in
All
your,
right, that's all I
if
know.
you're in your 40s,
You're smack dab in between them.
listen, I don't know if I said this on
This
the
is
air.
like the Back to the Future memes.
I don't know if I said this on or off the air. When my wife and I were in Cabo, I want to strangle some spring breaker kid. Some young spring break kid stumbled up to me all drunk by the beach. You know, even if you're not on spring break, if you go to Mexico in March, you're going to see spring breakers. This kid tries to sneak into our resort to grab a towel, and I'm like, oh, this guy's going to get in trouble. He's a little drunk kid.
What do you need the towel for?
And he said, I'm drunk, I need a towel. I'm like, what are you doing here? You're going to get kicked out of here. He goes, hey, man, if I get caught, can I tell everyone you're my dad? Oh. And I was like, I want to punch this kid in the neck. But
I
then
was just about to get you a towel.
But then again, I'm like, hey, I'm 40 something, and he's an 18-year-old kid.
There are people our age that have kids in college.
I mean, I just happen to have younger kids.
What was the
now.
giveaway? The 40-year-old guy haircut, probably, right? Because every young guy has the alpaca head, broccoli head look.
If you have a fade, you're 40, right?
So based on this, you got to marvel at this picture if you haven't seen it. If you haven't seen it, I don't know how you missed it. We were in other countries and saw it. It was everywhere, and people are talking about it. So how do you feel about it? Are you torn, lying naked on the floor like Rich and I?
Oh.
No, lying on the
Natalie
beach
Wood.
like Bill
No,
Belichick.
because you're like, all right, he's old, but you're also like, well, good for him.
And when I see this,
And he looks like he found the fountain of youth or something.
when I see this, it just makes me think of other things they do together, and it creeps me out. Because it looks, like in certain positions, I don't want to know.
And then
I
it
don't wanna
makes
know.
me pose this question to you, Fox
Not
Sports
at
Radio
all,
Nation.
Sam.
I wanted to ask you, based on this Belichick thing, he's 74 with a beautiful young woman.
God bless him.
God bless him for real. How do you know when you're officially out of the game?
Never out of the game.
Are you never out of the game?
Well, our radio show will still be on when we're in our early 70s, I'm guessing.
You know what I say?
Hey, listen, man. I think
Will we-
in
will we
broadcasting,
still
if,
be-
if you could stay relevant, right? Relevance is a choice. Aging is going to happen. No
Yeah.
one beats Father Time, but relevance is a choice. You
Yeah,
could
but
look
there's
good.
honor in the fight, as the great Steve Harvey said.
You could stay in shape. You could dress nicely. You could go to the gym. You could take care of your skin. You and your wife could do fun things together. You could stay active and play softball or pickleball or golf. There's ways to fight it, but aging wins every time. What you're saying is like, how do we feel about Belichick and what he's doing?
Yeah, I mean, you could feel – it's okay to feel torn, guys. We're here to let you know. It's okay. It's okay because there's a part of you that's like, gross. And there's another part of you that's like, hey, man, this guy's living his best life right now.
Can I be honest with you? Or
Yeah.
should I lie to you, Jerry?
No,
lie to me,
we're
Jerry.
trying to figure it out.
Please,
it's a
lie to
very
me.
viral photo because everybody knows someone in their 70s. You don't see them acting this way.
All
So
right.
it's actually a nice thing.
I'm going to make an admission.
70's the new,
I feel
right?
very young, and I feel like for my age, I feel like I do look young. I'll pat myself on the back, but something happened over the last 5 years or so, and my wife and I have even talked about this. When I go to Vegas with the guys, going to a strip club doesn't feel right anymore.
oh, boy.
And
Speak for yourself.
Oh.
oh, yeah, well, you're a creepo.
No, you know what, Rich? You're taking this to the angle I was going to.
Like, for instance, I'm in my early mid 40s, right? You go to a strip club now, and let's be I'm having real talk with you guys. When you were 20, 30 years old, you'd be like, hey, in the real world, I might date her. It's not the case anymore. In the real world, if that girl wanted me, she's got major daddy issues and something's wrong, and that would be weird of me.
Well, here's how I look at it. And
So when
that's
she
that's
dances
a
on
great
my
point.
lap while she looks good,
Yeah.
I feel weird about it. I feel like I'm out of that game right now.
Way to ruin the fun.
I
but
know, I'm just
I get
saying.
it. No, I'm with you because as a dad of a teenage daughter, right? Yeah, Bill Belichick's the man, but he ain't the man if that was my daughter. I would be mortified if my daughter's like, Dad, this is my new boyfriend, and it's some 74-year-old guy. That would be a nightmare.
What's your 5-year plan? Don't die?
Yeah. So that's
Wrinkly.
yeah, exactly. So based on that alone, you want to remain consistent and say, man, no, because if that were my kid, I would be so upset by that.
Let's
So that's the reality.
let's separate these two things.
But
like
it's not
the
my
fact
daughter.
that he's a 70-something-year-old running around with a 20-something-year-old. Let's separate it from him being a spry 72-year-old man.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this is a good wake-up call and check-in point for us halfway in between, Jordan, what's her last name? Hudson and Bill Belichick. We're halfway in between. We're looking ahead to the next 24 years. Let this be a check-in point, and so by the time you are Bill Belichick's age, you can balance women on your feet.
Man, good for him. I didn't
I
realize he
think,
was that
honestly,
flexible.
I think that you should prepare for the next several years of your life. Don't give up now. If anything, work harder so you can do that when you're 72.